Hi, my name is Siddharth and welcome to my project demonstration that I created during SIT725 practicals. During these practicals, I created small application where I showcase all my skills that I learned during those practicals. Basically, so in the span of 3 months, we basically learned Node.js, MongoDB, Express, and small application of materialize in our application. So as you can see in the UI, I have created small web application which showcase my skills, and I have made use of materialize library to style my application. And as you can see, I can in the header I have GitHub link where it goes to my GitHub, and then I have skills that I have learned, and then if I click on visit, I'll go to this URL where we have this Node.js official website, and we can add skills as well through this, which I'll later demonstrate when I talk about the backend. So yeah, this is pretty much it about the front end. So let's quickly dive into the backend, where I have used Node.js and Express to create backend application. So server.js is the entry point of our application, and as you can see, we have certain middlewares, and then we have routes. Then we create server using HTTP, and we are listening to port 3000 through this server.js file. So for our backend application, we are using MVC structure, which basically allows us to create separate folders and which are interconnected to each other. So what I mean by that is, let's say I have a route folder which contains all the file, and these files have basically all the routes. Let's say we have get, post, and let's say if we have put as well, all the routes are defined in this file under the routes folder. And then we have controller. So controller is where basically request response handling takes place. So it contains all the logic of any API requests. And then we have model, which basically contains the which manages the data of the API requests. So let me just quickly demonstrate this API, and let me show you how we integrate this through the front end. So as you can see, these skills, these are this we are fetching through the backend API. So as soon as I refresh the page, I am making a get request to get these skills, and if I quickly go to response preview, you will see I get all these list of skills. So let me just quickly add one skill. So let's say I want to add materialize. So images slash materialize dot jpg, and I can quickly just add this description here, just, and let me just add this URL as well. So as soon as I click on OK, I make an API request and then I refresh the page. On the refreshing of the page, I'll get the latest skills through the backend API. As you can see, this is the data that I added, and as soon as I click on visit, I'll go to the this URL that I just added there. So as you can see, this data is persisting. That means I am storing this data in a database, and for application and for our backend application, we are using MongoDB to store our application, whatever the data that we send through front end. As you can see, I have this MongoDB URL where all of my where the Mongo client is there, and we are connecting this through this file, and I can show you the MongoDB cluster as well. Let me just refresh this page. As you can see, we just added this images slash materialize.jpg. So let's say if I delete this from here, you will see the change effect here as well. Yeah, you see, I deleted that entry from the database, and now we only have two skills. So this is like the basic API requests and how we are integrating this to front end works. So we are also using Mocha and Kai, which are basically testing library for our application. And what it basically does, it basically tests a API requests. And we are also using socket.io library, which allows us to which allows the server and client communication. So as you can see, I am just sending random number between 0 and 1, like whatever, it can be 1 or 2, anytime, like 0, 1, 2, 3, something like that. And through the front end, which is client, I am intercepting this message, and basically I am looping through the array, and which basically create a slideshow effect in our application. As you can see through this here, you see we have this slideshow effect. This is happening through sockets.io. So this is like all our backend and front end application that I have created. So let me just quickly go through the Docker file as well. So as the part of the HD task, I had to Dockerize my application. So this is the Docker file, and whenever I build my image, this is what Docker automatically run through these commands and create a Docker image, which I have uploaded to Docker Hub here. And this URL I pasted in the PDF file which I submitted through OnTrack. Let me just quickly refresh this link. Yeah, sorry about that. Now you can see this is the like overview of and all the commands that you need to run in order to install or run this Docker image. Let me just first pull this here. So what this command does is it basically pull the image from remote repository to our Docker desktop, so our local repository. So now that it has been pulled, let me just run this command, which basically run the image and creates a container. And now if I click on this link, you will see this dockerized container which basically contains our application. So as you can see through this small application, we have implemented all the backend application and basic backend features, and try to dockerize this file as well. So yeah, this is like the small demonstration of my project that I created during these practicals. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.